Hello, beautiful Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. We're going to start by pulling some symbols. This is going to be your mid-monthly reading. I was using my pendulum before I turned it on, so that's why it's hanging over there. Let's dive into it, see what's happening for you. By the way, if you're new here, I am Divine Light, and if you have been here maybe and enjoying the videos but didn't subscribe, go ahead, give this one a like, hit the subscribe button. Also, hit the bell so you never miss a video. My eye caught this lily. This kind of symbolizes a little bit physical energy. It's like attraction, physical attraction with someone. And let's see. Yeah, we have a gentleman here. If you're the gentleman watching, this can be symbolizing maybe you're going to feel that feeling towards someone, or if you are interested in someone with a masculine vibe, it doesn't have to be a gender vibe. It seems like there's somebody showing up, and what happens there is you might be feeling like, I don't want anyone in my life. The child showing up here too, so there's going to be someone who can play with your inner child coming forward. Okay, you don't have to have a relationship. You might have like a little flirtation. It can in your nature, Aquarius, by the way. I know you are not really hopeless romantic. Most of the Aquariuses are not. But in your own intellectual way, you might be actually exchanging some vibes and energies, and that can increase your maybe level of consciousness tiny bit. Okay, just give it a chance. Even if this is someone that you're not going to have in your life for a long time, it seems like they might have a role to play. We have here stork, or maybe for a long time. Stork can symbolize two things here. They're celebrating a birth of a new baby right there. So this person might be coming into your life during a celebration, or you might be meeting with this person while you're celebrating overall your life or something new happening for you. Another thing here with the storks they are actually like migrating animals, which they're not really migrating here. This can also be mental migration, moving from one place to another, maybe like starting to see things from an optimistic view when you have this relationship happening, this exchange. Let's say it's an exchange happening. We have a clockwork here. Yeah, if you have doubts, is it on my destiny? Is it my fate? Why is this happening? It's the clockwork of, I feel like the destiny is working here. Everything is going to fall into the right place. Another thing that I was actually listening to an audiobook before I turn on this video, and in there it's about like how to make money, or like in a spiritual way how to attract abundance into your life. She says that the writer is Carol Dore, I think her name is, and she says there, if you want something, do not give the universe instructions how to deliver it. Focus on the energy of the thing that you desire and let the clockwork actually reorganize itself. Here we have Owl. Owl is intuitive guidance, deep inner knowing. That's going to set in when you allow the universe make the clockwork work perfectly. Okay, I see there are 3 pathways opening. This can be in its second week here because this is mid-monthly. Tears of joy coming forward. Initially, first week, you might receive some good news, which will be exciting for you, or maybe something that is going to bring some passion into your life. Excuse me. I see there are 2 fish on the bottom here. And there is someone also, a siren, but the siren has like a dog's head here, like swimming with the fish. Aquarius, even though you're an air sign, aqua is basically to water. And we see as a symbol, a lady is pouring water out of the clay pot. In my language, when I translate it, Aquarius actually is like, translates like a bucket. I know it sounds weird, but you're the container of the energy, the vibe, the abundant resources. Okay, so it seems like here there is an environment you're going to find yourself in, and this is you being the dog, being loyal to what you want to create, and you're swimming with the fish here. So you're using that Aquarius power in order to contain the thing that you're desiring. First, you need to find yourself inside of that water. Okay, this can be any type of desire. Maybe you want to socialize, you want to create a business, you have an idea, before you start launching it, before you going after it, is actually telling you to put yourself in an environment. This is actually alive and active. There's a liquidity here. It's like a movement happening in there already. And you might not really get along with the fish too much. Fish can be Pisces, by the way. You might not really get along with the people, because I see there's like your back is turned towards them. But it doesn't mean that you have to get along with them either. You might actually want to test the waters here. Okay. The thing is, I see that you're gonna get out of there after you complete the mission or learn what you need to learn. And I see here there's kind of like a dragon, or it kind of looks like also like doe as well showing up, but I see the wings here, so I'm going to go with the dragon. It seems like when you get out of that water, you're going to come up with a fiery idea that you're going to have the wings to fly to where you want to go. It's not going to be only like you're going to have a fin to swim. You're going to also have wings to fly. So it might actually expand your abilities to take care of things, okay? But the thing is, this is testing the water, can be even starting to ask questions about maybe if you have an idea, start asking questions about that. If people like to see that, want that, maybe like a market research for some of you. And this can be even the simplest example. If you're looking for a house, start maybe looking for a house, okay? Instead of just, being distracted by social media all the time. Maybe when you're walking on the street, start to catch up those phone numbers says there's a house for sale. Maybe something can be really fitting with your desire. It's an example. It doesn't have to be a house, by the way. I see there are fish rising from the pool and coming in front of you as well. We have like an anglerfish here, but there's a regular fish there, even a crab right here. Anglerfish is kind of like an ancient, it's a deep sea creature. If you ever watch a deep ocean documentaries, guys, it's just like, it's something different, okay? It's not our regular understanding of beauty or existence or shapes, forms, or living patterns. It's just something outside of this world, basically. And it just blows my mind. I love it. I got scared at the same time. But the thing is here, that's the feeling I feel here, that you're stepping into an environment which is deep sea ocean here. Your intuition, the owls will be guiding you about what to do in there. But the thing is, you need to be really consistent and like those recordings, they're recording it with a submarine, basically, those things. I don't know if there's only cameras there, but you need to be really consistent and careful while you're moving in that place. I see kind of like a nose shape here. Also, trust your nose. If you're stepping into an environment and your nose is telling you there's something off here, it doesn't have to be specifically the nose, but it's just like the instinct, basically, or intuition speaking to you. Listen to that and take the precautions, or maybe lay the ground rules, okay, before there's any rule change happens for you. I see here there's a clamp, like looks like a lobster claw, that maybe even coming to cut, like here, coming to, like a scissor to cut a tie that has been created. And I see here there's a second week, actually, when you sniff around, when you use your nose, it is going to give you a sign about maybe what you should cut off, what you should be careful about, and what you should like draw as a boundary there. And if maybe you actually draw a boundary and somebody's trying to cut it off, you're going to become aware of that. Okay. These are the things that you have under control. And the clockwork here tells you that destiny has other things under control for you. I see the owl here too. So intuition is actually a part of this, like you're gonna play a part in this destined event as well. Okay, it's not only like dependent on what's happening, you're gonna play a part. I see a foot here, like clearly. Some of you might be also like using your foot and stepping away from something, or like maybe putting your foot down and saying, this is what I want, this is how it's gonna go down, and you're going to make a decision about that. You're going to accept it or leave it alone. I see a heart shape here under your feet. So I feel like if there's even people or situations that you're dealing with, when you put your foot down, it seems like it's going to be considered, okay, in a way that is going to benefit you. Let's dive into your thoughts here now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. I see here very thick walls. It's a good one here, I feel. Your desire seems like it's something coming fast, but it is connected to something that has already happened. So maybe you need to become first aware of that and maybe feel gratitude for that. Can be also something spiritual needed. Your walls are strong. Doesn't mean though they're not you're not allowing anything new to come in though. They're not thick walls. So it means that there's, especially the beginning of the second week, I see there's someone eyes in the mouth right here, maybe speaking to you within the first week here, can be giving you some signs. I mean, 2 weeks from now, this mid-monthly, so like a month is 4 weeks, kind of like that. Okay, so it seems like here somebody's gonna send you the word, and I see that you're gathering your soul family here. This can be siblings, this can be friends, maybe you're having like a discussion with them, and this can be even this person coming up and maybe sending you some words and messages, and it is going to, I don't feel like you're going to jump into it right away. The difference here to differentiate this person from another random person coming in, I see this person has this stork mentality as a family, like they're celebrating a birth here. This person is going to be celebrating your successes with you, because sometimes what happens is the people that we allow into our lives, they are there on the bad days, but in the good days they cannot really celebrate with us because they don't feel like that they should be supporting of that, or maybe jealousy is coming forward. But I feel this person is going to be like sticking out in that sense. You're gonna feel that, okay, they're celebrating with me, they're supporting me. And I see the stork vibe again here. So someone might be also really maternal, let's say. I don't want to say as gender wise, because King of Cups can be someone really like loving and supportive, like really fatherly, or maybe even the time comes very motherly. They can be when it's necessary. Okay, very gentle and loving and supportive. So King of Cups can be a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio, by the way. Let's see what Tarot has to say for this reading. We have the Magician here. This is about manifestation, gaining your own power, getting ready to receive the blessings. So the first things first, the first thing you need to do is get yourself ready to receive the blessings. We have 28, which adds up to 10. 37 adds up to 10. It just caught my eye. Number 0 is potential new cycle. And the number 1 is independence and leadership, a new beginning coming forward for some of you. That's why the thing is, there's a change. Like a very prominent change, like the destiny is working like a clockwork, and the change is coming. But if you don't want to undo all the work, maybe you need to keep trusting your intuition and follow intuitive guidance. And if something is making you feel really suspicious, really uneasy, you should maybe put some distance between yourself and that thing. Because that's what Magician does as well. He or she doesn't allow her energy to be used and abused by those who cannot take it, basically. Okay, we have 7 of Pentacles here. This is investment. This is actually being patient with your investments. There's an angel right behind you right there. You're seeing the pentacles on the tree, but you have the basket in your hand, but it's not really the time to collect, and that's why you're feeling a little bit uneasy, or letting other people's uneasiness affect you maybe. So this is coming forward with the angels, basically giving a signal that everything's going to be okay, but you need to trust it. Okay, if you don't trust it, it just means that you're looking at the scene. You grow this tree, you're waiting for the crops to actually get mature enough so it can be collected. But if you doubt it, doubt means chopping this tree off the ground. Okay, so you don't want to do that. Let's see what else we have here. 10 of Swords. This is an ending. This is actually freedom, it says here. Freedom coming forth there's the sunshine on the horizon, and the time is up with something. And I feel here there's something new is brewing on the background, like you're basically cooking a new meal for yourself, a new relationship, maybe even, but that will require you to change your mindset, because Ten of Swords is like an air. So air is all about ideas, changing your mind and having a different perspective this time. And I feel like this is, you like it or not, some things are going to be coming to some things are going to come to an end, that you're going to start seeing why it just actually happened that way. We have here King of Pentacles showing up for you. This can be you're collecting your crops right here. You're enjoying the tree's benefits right there. You see, even a bigger and better tree now you have, and you have a massive pentacle in your hand. And another thing here with the King of Pentacles, he has plenty, more than enough, maybe even a little excess of some things, but he's in prosperity. He is giving and also very successful. This is you receiving the blessings into your life. Another thing with this King of Pentacles, I told you, this can also indicate having more than enough, and maybe going a little hoarding side of the things. And if that's the case, it can be with anything that you have in plenty that you're holding on to and not letting go. Maybe just opening up space for yourself, for those, letting go of those that you don't really use anymore, is going to open up more space, so the universe can fill it with another blessing that you desire. Let's get to your oracle now. We have butterflies. Here in the unknown, you will find the essence of who you really are and what magic awaits. So I told you, I feel here with the clockwork, with the Seven of Pentacles, some things are happening behind the curtain. Okay, if this life is actually a theater stage and you are playing something, we don't always see what's happening behind the curtain, because they set up new structures, new stages, and there are people working on the background, and you are the one that is like you're the actor. What is that called? Like, you're the artist, basically. You don't see that either. You know something is happening, and I feel like that's what the butterfly is actually telling you. If you're feeling some things are changing, if you're seeing a butterfly, by the way, that can be also a sign for you, that telling you some things are working. Okay, just accepting it is going to accelerate maybe even you're receiving things. Sunbathing, the dance of stillness is calling for you to live in its embrace. Dance of stillness. So this is about sunbathing. And I don't feel like specifically, if you have access to sun is extremely powerful. You can like close your eyes and meditate under it. It can be like washing you with its power. Another thing it says here, the dance of stillness is calling. So quieting your mind is also can be really useful for you, maybe even beneficial for you to receive creative ideas. We have wildflowers. When you allow yourself to imagine wildly, worlds of worlds are created. So yeah, this actually everything's actually aligning here. It's about knowing that there's a higher power helping you, and quieting your mind and allowing yourself, when your mind is quiet, you can actually think outside of the box, and you can imagine wildly. Worlds of worlds are created for you when you start imagining those. Okay, visualization is an extremely powerful tool if you don't use it. We have garden beds. Sometimes it's difficult to see how hard you're working when you don't provide space for reflection. This is, I feel like, Seven of Pentacles is vibing with that. So if you are always working and like watching for the crops to grow, you might be also not really getting some, also Two of Pentacles vibes I feel here. Some of you might actually need to go ahead and have some fun instead of like spending all your days and nights and giving your thoughts, energies, and maybe like your mind is completely focused, if that's the case for you, to what you want to create. Okay, let's see your divine feminine. We have Sara La Kali, Queen of the Outsiders, and I think she has a very beautiful story, guys, from what I remember. La Kali, yeah, and she actually, I think, goes to the south of France with a ship, I think, and she helps people there. That's why she has here an anchor with a heart. Let's see. She is a symbol of love that endures, the love that never dies. There are three main legends that surround Saint Sarah. First, she is known as a charitable noblewoman who collected alms for the poor in Saint Marie de la Mer in the south of France at the beginning of the first century. She had a vision that the female saints who were present at Jesus' death would arrive on their shores, and when they did, around the year 42, Saint Sarah was the first to lovingly welcome them with open arms. So she's also protected. I feel like protector of the one who is in need. So her message here, she says, I have arrived. I am, or I will always be in love. So yeah, it's just, this is very important. Maybe you are looking for going somewhere else other than where you are in order to feel the love. But she states that it's always where you are. The love is where you are. Okay. You're always right on the right place in the right time. Okay. Right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.